Hello, amazing humans! I want to talk to you today about why I use ClickUp, and here's an inside look as to the far as I used to hate it and would say I don't recommend ClickUp to anyone, and here I am 2 years later going, you need ClickUp. Hello, I'm Carolee. I'm a systems strategist and an accountability coach for neurodivergent entrepreneurs, and I really do encourage almost every single one of my clients to use ClickUp, but not necessarily as their first step in their journey, because ClickUp has a ton of features, which are absolutely amazing and also overwhelming. So today I want to share with you all the ways that I use ClickUp, and I'm still adding ways to this day. There are so many capabilities to this. Number one here is this simple tasks. ClickUp is essentially a task and project management system that has a lot of bells and whistles. And so if you're not familiar with any project management systems, this might be overwhelming for your first one. But if you have someone to walk you through it like myself, maybe not so much then. All right, so number two here is going to be brain dumping. I use this for brain dumping so much because they have docs, but also because you can also just put in a task. Okay, like this is what my brain dump is for this date, and there we go. We can kind of use it as information storage. Number three is how I use ClickUp is social media organization. Now I do use other things like Canva and Google Drive sometimes and whatnot, but in general, like my captions and my topics and when I'm posting it when and stuff like that. That is the type of organization I am talking about. You can upload your Canva things and anything that you have in Google Drive, you can put links in, but you don't necessarily, like it's the central hub for all my social media organization, all right? That is how I use that. Number four is simply ideas for content, offerings, anything. Okay, that's a mixture between brain dumping, social media organization, like just ideas in general. It's all in this central hub inside of a doc or tasks. I have an entire system behind the scenes. So, it makes sense to me. Number five, and this one is really, really cool, is lead generation, like keeping track of what you're doing for lead generation, who is maybe in your pipeline, conversations that you've had, what you've invited them to. It is so powerful to be able to use this. You don't necessarily add due dates to these tasks, but like it's information storage. One of the most newer ways that I have been using this is number six, is things that go on in Facebook groups. Do you ever like comment in Facebook groups, or they have promotional things, different things that happen on different days? Well, I use this to keep track of what day is what inside of these Facebook groups. And so you can essentially put this as a recurring task in there, and it reminds you on the day in your home, okay? More on some of those words in a minute. Number seven is reminders. Plain and simple. Reminders of what you need to do, when, what days they are. Essentially, this is putting tasks in, whatever you need. You need to follow up with this person, or you need to watch this video, or you need to post this one thing. Whatever that looks like, reminders to do things. I use this for SOPs, standard operating procedures, so that essentially it's systems, how to do the systems in your business, systems and processes, right? How you do things. We store them all in ClickUp too, so anyone that comes onto our team or into our organization knows how to find them, for one, and then to be able to use them, right? Or update them, whatever is needed. Number nine, notes and outlines. This is notes for things you need to do. This could be along the lines of brain dumping too, and outlines. So outlines of courses or workshops, whatever it is. It's all in one spot. I used to use Notion for this. I still have lots of things in Notion for this as well. And so I can literally, if I was using Notion, I can link it right into a ClickUp task and have it still in one spot, okay? Number 10, this one is one of my favorites because it allows my clients to have a more personal touch and only have to worry about one link, and they have everything that they need for them being my client. Okay, so I use dashboards for one-on-one clients. Okay, this is where it's the one-stop hub. You have links and welcome messages and chats and like you can have your task lists. I can't talk today. You can have your task lists in there depending on what type of client you have. You could do this for social media approvals and things like that as well. Like if you're a social media content creator. And so many other things, all right? I use this, so number 11, I don't have enough hands, so this 11, I use this for client information in general, all right? So like maybe when their birthday is, what they like, have they won things, like what are they doing, in my case, what systems are they working on, maybe their systems game plan in my case, right? Like different things that are really important for me to know about my client so I can better serve them in the customer service client care type of way. All right. And my last one here for the ways that I use ClickUp that I can think of at this point, but 12 is a ton, so 12 is offerings and services information. Now, I kind of touched on this one already, but it's really keeping everything in one central hub to where my brain can just literally search it if I need to. Okay, so making sure the ClickUp is very searchable. So you can just put something in the search bar and be able to find things, okay? So that are the 12 ways that I can think of when I just sat down to write all of these things down, are the ways that I use ClickUp. And you know what? Those are 12 pretty fantastic ways of using ClickUp. And so basically these are all broken down into spaces and folders and lists. So ClickUp has a hierarchy, so it all works out to where it's really streamlined and understandable for my brain, okay? Your brain might not see it the exact same way. I could show you my ClickUp and you'd be like, no. And that's why I start with frameworks, and we're able to then customize it to where your brain gets it and your brain knows how to find things, okay? That is the biggest perk of working with me, is that we need the system to work for you, so that way it helps you and not hinders you, okay? So I want to share with you some 9 perks of using ClickUp that I have compiled before I hop off of here, and you can get to having fun using ClickUp. If you're like, I don't know about ClickUp, I don't know if I should use it, I don't know, well, I can invite you to the Hyperfocus Treehouse, where we talk about ClickUp and task management, all these other systems, to where you can get some hands-on support from me, and you can grab the ClickUp link in the description below, along with the link to the Hyperfocus Treehouse, and you can check that out and see if that would work for you, okay? So here are the 9 perks. Number 1. I have said this entire time. Everything is in one spot, or can be linked to one spot, can be integrated to one spot, depending on the capabilities and what you need specifically. Number 2, there are time tracking and time estimate abilities inside of ClickUp, even in their free version. If I can remember correctly, yes, even in their free version. I do remember, I turned it on when I was doing a demo the other day. So you can track your time, or you can estimate your time. This is huge for neurodivergent entrepreneurs because we are time blindness, okay? So being able to put, like, I think this task is going to take this long, and then actually tracking it and seeing how long things actually took you is game changer for productivity and self-awareness, all right? Number 3 here is the ability to sort things in so many ways. Sort your views, sort how you actually categorize things, sort what you have coming into your home and notifications, being able to customize it. The customization abilities are insane, in my opinion, but it has a very solid framework to start with, and so that makes it so much easier to actually move forward. The home, okay? The home is where you have all of these different things off to the side as your spaces, and all the lists and folders and things inside the spaces, right? Or even dashboards. And it brings it all into your home, what is called the home hub. And so it'll say if it has a due date on it, it'll show up in your home. All right. And that's the only way it will show up in home, is it has a due date. And so it'll show up, here's on today's tasks. These are overdue tasks. These ones are next. And it's a game changer because it compiles everything into this. Okay. So home is huge. Number 5 here is notifications. Okay, so notifications and home kind of go hand in hand, but it basically tells you this is what the system is doing, and it's notifying you that something was created. A team member did this. You were added to this. Someone filled out a form here. Whatever it looks like. Okay, you completed this task. This task is overdue. Whatever that looks like, but it kind of keeps you in the know of what's going on in your workspace. Okay. So number 6, there's encouragement, like little quotes and things that pop up, or there's confetti for one that goes off when you complete a task. But then if you like clear all your notifications, which is really cool, I do that a lot, I'm able to then have like a quote that pops up, and it's normally encouraging or inspiring of some sort, and it gives me some motivation to keep going. And so that's always fun with confetti, of course, I love that. Number 7. Okay, so I use Google Calendar, but you can use whatever calendar you want, but it integrates into ClickUp to where this is an option, you can see your agenda inside of ClickUp and how it corresponds to all the other tasks that are also on there, right? You can have it add to your calendar, you can, sync different ways, which is really cool. So using your calendar in there is amazing. So number 8, so I have one more after this, quick add tasks. In the bottom of the screen, there's a little plus sign and it says add a task, and you can literally filter it through wherever you want it to go, add all your things that you need, and then press create task. You could literally have a different list, whatever behind you, and it doesn't matter. You can literally filter through it. And the mobile app is fantastic, okay? That is number 9. The last one, the mobile app, it literally has the same capabilities for the most part from what I can see, and it's very, very user friendly. All right. As you can see, is going from someone 2 years ago that absolutely despised ClickUp, bought courses, tried it out, and did all these things, and absolutely hated it. And was like, this thing doesn't get my brain. It doesn't know how to explain it to me. To go from that to a year and a half later, to going to ClickUp is freaking amazing, and I need to show people that it can work for your brain as long as we like set it up to work for your brain. A lot of the templates in there, I'm like, what is happening? But it gives me a basis. That's one of my specialties, is taking things that are kind of written and given in a neurotypical way and kind of go, this doesn't work for me and this doesn't work for me, and morphing it into something that does, and then I present that to clients. So I'm like that in-between person that is just, it's fantastic to have in your corner. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you like this, subscribe to this channel as I drop one new video every single week to help you as a neurodivergent entrepreneur to be more productive and, well, change how we look at productivity in general by giving you tools and resources that are going to benefit you now and in your future. I will see you next week, and make sure you drop any questions you have. I'd love to help you or create more video content that would support you.